Testing on the mic. Testing on the Yeti mic. I should get like a intro. So that's how you know that you're blocking me. Oh, wait. Intro. So this is how you know you're blocking me. What's up, guys? Thanks and welcome back to Princess Life at Good Night. Late night, good night. So tonight, this is legit my last time talking about Chrisean Rock and Blueface. And it's not a game. It's actually not a game. I did not know that there was a person involved that was. I didn't know that she was such a piss poor mom. And I'm just gonna say it. So right now, I also want to share this video with my Gaslit News, my guys over at Gaslit News. I canceled my StreamYard subscription, so this is going to be in 720 instead of 1080. I do not care. Sorry, guys. And then I'm going to upgrade with Zoom because I'm so done with StreamYard. Zoom is so much better. So right now, we're going to look at some things that have been going on with the baby. And because I am a mom, I can't do it. And, if you guys actually pay attention to this, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let me just share this. Let me share this. Share. Remember Blueface Bleeding? You said Blueface Bleeding. I just said hashtag Blueface Bleeding. Did you put Chrisean on? Oh, I'm not screen sharing. I'm an idiot. I will be. Okay. So I just wanted to do that. All right. I just want to make sure that I share the live with my Gaslit News. That's so crazy. Why don't I share the live with? It's really late. So I just got finished doing a video actually over on Gaslit News about the whole AI thing, and I'm gonna have that up and running on the channel tomorrow. So I go over to TikTok for stuff like that, right? And then sometimes it's not really been about Chrisean Rock. This was very disturbing. So I'm gonna share this. Oh my gosh. And after saying this, I'm just no more, oh, she's a new mom, and this and the kid is 2 years old. There's something does have to be done at this point. And I literally said in the video,
apparently there's some medical records of Chrisean and her baby that, floating around, and I don't know
why
if
doesn't
it's true,
just take the
this
baby?
is all alleged.
Train just take the baby.
But I'm just gonna share what I learned. Maybe allegedly. So it says that the baby suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome and neonatal abstinence syndrome. So neonatal abstinence syndrome is basically the baby is withdrawing from opioids, some sort of drugs, but they're thinking either opioids or cocaine in this case. And allegedly, but
I may just go right to TikTok.
He also allegedly suffers from spasticity, which is a neurological disorder that makes it hard for people or babies. Apparently there's some medical records of Chrisean and her baby floating around, and I don't know if it's true, but this is all alleged, but I'm just gonna share what I learned. Maybe allegedly. So So it says that the baby suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome and neonatal abstinence syndrome. So neonatal abstinence syndrome is basically the baby is withdrawing from opioids, some sort of drugs, but they're thinking either opioids or cocaine in this case. And allegedly, but he also allegedly suffers from spasticity, which is like a neurological disorder that makes it hard for people or babies to move their limbs. He also suffers from seizure disorder and CVI. Now, CVI is cortical visual impairment, which is just, it means that a part of his brain has been damaged, the part of his brain that controls his vision. So he has blindness. Like a lot of people, I've heard people say this, but I just didn't believe it. But oh my God. It also says that he should be in palliative care. Okay, who's out here breaking HIPAA laws? Apparently, there's some medical records of Chrisean.
So, I mean, that would explain the whole propping him up thing. Like when you do see him stand, it does seem as though he's been propped up. So that would explain that. And then we're gonna see something where she's on like Ray J's show. This looks so bad in so many different levels. Basically, like, all right, so this is what I wanted to explain. And I guess I'll just kind of play this and I'll mute it. So you guys can just, so this is what really disturbed me right here. That they show that little clip where she puts the baby down in the chair while she's on a show to like fight some girl, and it's so cheesy and low level that she even has on the same outfit as the other girl, so it's really gotten really down bad, and you wouldn't even do that kind of thing without your child, you know what I'm saying? So there's absolutely no excuse that can be made for this person. Not that I was ever, you all, I mean, listen, look at the channel and look at other channels. I could have gone on with this. Clearly there's a crowd that wants to see whatever she's doing regardless. And in the content that I was creating was simply reacting to the relationship and reacting to the show. And then my reactions weren't, everything you're doing is right, Chrisean. Everything you're doing is right, Blueface. It wasn't that. And that's the reason for the numbers. You know what I'm saying? I was never this go hard supporter. But people rarely scratch the surface. You'll see a video with her face and his face and a bunch of numbers, and you'll think, oh, she's like what some people would like to say a rock tart, which I feel is a little disgusting to even call a person or any group of people, knowing that at the center of it there's a child that actually has mental issues. That's a little weird. But in any event, this channel was never that. I had high hopes for this person. I thought that she was going through a situation. She was a new mom, this, that, and the third. I saw something dark in her eyes last week. And this is so embarrassing. Even this girl in the background gets up. She doesn't want to be around, or she doesn't want to be a babysitter. You know how a girl will bring a kid to a party and then, people will get away from her. All the ladies who have hearts for children, they're like, oh gosh, because if that baby falls or anything, I'm going to come, It's just, but I'm going to go ahead and, because it's all over TikTok. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share. Road and getting money and hustling and doing what I need to do. I said, who gonna watch the baby? What's going on over TikTok? And this is really disheartening. And so at some point, I said, no, I'm not going to talk about her anymore, because I did fear when she came back out from doing the right thing. She was, she was into sports and all this thing. When she came back and put herself out there in the limelight. I did fear that there would be something like with pressure and things. And she was doing the right thing. I don't know what happened. And then I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not even sure if the ingredients in the cake were good to begin with, if that makes any sense, because I feel like that the child, Blueface feels like the child is belongs to Ronnie Doe. That's one thing. So only you, Ronnie Doe, may he rest in peace, and the Lord know the truth about that. So um, that's one thing in itself. And then this man is dead, and that looks precarious. His case is still open. We're watching the way you're handling the baby. So
why you on the road hustling? She said, I'm having on the road name. If you think you finna take my newborn baby from the day she born to the day she's at least 3 years old on the road anywhere, on a plane, on a tour bus for longer than 48 hours, you're smoking. This is a baby. And when I leave the house, you're gonna be at home with the baby. I'm not telling them to get an abortion for me. I'm telling her to get an abortion for her. Everybody knows when women have babies, they're destined to be the nurturing, care, and in charge of the baby, right? Once you have this baby, bitch, your world stops. The baby comes first. Anything you want to do comes after that.
Y'all listen to what Blueface have to say about Chrisean. This was before she had Junior. I think she was pregnant with him. So listen to what Blueface have to say. Now that boy, he was hitting the nail on the head plenty of times. And I know he got some fucked up toxic ass ways just like her, but he was on to something a long time ago.
It's so dumb. She said, the baby's not gonna stop me from going on the road and getting.
Yeah, but so this is another thing that I see people doing. Excusing Blueface kind of, and this is why I said I'm not going to talk about either one of them. And I said to my, because actually I started this video last night, and then I scrapped it because I was like, no, I'm not going to talk about them anymore, period. Because his is just as responsible for this baby being the way he is today, because he beat that baby. He beat Chrisean up while she was pregnant. It's so much has happened in this relationship that we have forgotten about. There's been more things that have happened that we can actually remember. And they are both responsible. This man didn't nurture her while she was pregnant at all. And, at the end of the day, he did warn her. She should have walked away, yes, but they're both responsible. So I don't want to hear anybody talking about, yeah, Chrisean needs to have charges being pressed against her or something like that. If in fact, she was drinking or doing drugs while pregnant and the baby's like that, okay, the baby has two parents, right? So if he's already claimed the baby as being his, well, it doesn't matter if he hit her because that's assault. They're both responsible. And it's both kind of sickening and disgusting to even, oh, you better have an abortion. Well, why not just not, let your seed off in her? I mean, it's all wrong. It's all wrong anyway, right? Geez, this is a lot. I just really, no one's perfect, right? We're all in a journey in life. And, she claimed Jesus Christ. And I thought her journey would look different. But you know what? Everybody doesn't have the right perception of Jesus Christ, right? People tend to make their relationship with God comfortable with them so that they can feel comfortable with doing the things they're doing, even though they're wrong, just so that they can, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, no. You have to understand that, yes, he forgives when you fully repent. It can't be that you're doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what would you want a father that wasn't thorough, or would you want a father that is thorough? What do you deserve? Like, get real. And so this is why I pulled off. That is actually why I pulled off. First of all, if I'm following the relationship and this guy gets locked up, there's no relationship. There's not anything to follow there. And so I said, okay, she'll branch off and then she'll grow and we'll see what happens. She chose to go behind the wall and get herself together, and that was great. I thought that would stay and she would do more, procuring of that and then become greater, later, burst out greater later. But it's like Chrisean is in everything too soon, too fast, without research, without this, without that, without, it's almost as if, I ain't even get too much into this because of who I believe her real father is, and that's all out here too. That's all out here too. So let's just get back to that. Then let's just get back to what they're saying and what I really wanted to show you guys as far as why I am done. Okay. So this was heartbreaking. I want to do this in a split screen and see if that's a thing. Okay, I think that's a thing. Okay, so where's the one where this kid is, when she needed to put this kid down to go on stage? Should I do, it's like Chrisean, I put in Chrisean, Ray J fight. Oh God.
And why the fuck we got on the same outfit?
I swear, I don't. Let me tell you something. Stop. I know what's happening now. Let me be very clear that I laughed because she said, "What? We got on the same outfit." I was not laughing about. I can't even look at Jane. I can't even look at the baby like that.
And why the fuck we got on the same outfit?
See, that's so in this particular frame, but this baby is 2.5. I don't like these memes. These guys are not right. You guys are like literally going somewhere for these stupid memes. He should be crawling around. At 2 years old, he should be crawling around. So it does look like that spasticity thing that people were claiming is true. That does look true. Nobody's gonna tell me if I heard it. Yeah. Because his legs are stiff. And so and because people are so like false-hearted, shout out to cheaters. I love that whole false-hearted statement. I love cheaters. I love to see cheaters get busted. Because people are so false-hearted, they look at things, like I said, you guys rarely scratch the surface. So some of the videos are titled in a way so that people will actually, and this is what I've done. And this is probably why people feel like away, because I really make people feel and make them think. Some of the videos are titled in a way that's going to make you click it or think away or think that it's going in a certain route. And then it doesn't go that way. I was a big fan of Tales from the Crypt, and I loved how Tales from the Crypt would actually have like meaningful things like, moral compass. It would always have like a lesson it would teach you at the end, right? And so that's kind of how I snuck all these things into these Chrisean Rock videos to help people. So you can learn something, and gave her tons of advice and things like that. So with the last video, and I said all that to say because and I changed the title because I realized people might not be all the way catching on, and it still did pretty good, but whatever. Because it wasn't really the trouble with Tareen, right? But I wanted to make it seem that way because that was kind of what was trending. The actual trouble was with Chrisean, and some people didn't really like that I said that it doesn't matter. Now you see what happened weeks, a month later. I literally said that she should probably give the baby to Tareen because the baby looks healthy there, he looks happy there. Tareen has said something about different supports that the baby needed. Even the language that she used, having an autistic child, the verbiage that she used sound like the baby it sounded as if the baby had at least scratched the surface with some sort of specialist. I've not ever heard Chrisean speak of her child that way, and I don't want to hear, oh, she's keeping it to herself or it's her business. No, she's putting the baby out there at this point We don't want to hear that. What people do want to know is he getting the supports he needs, because he's 2 or 2.5 and he's not crawling around on that couch, and he should not be on that couch. So that brings me to why when I saw this, I said, I'm not ever talking about this person again, because this is not who I thought she was or who she was going to become. Because when you become a mother, naturally, when you are a freaking nurturer at heart, like, you're big, bad, bold enough to cock those legs open over and over and over and over again. And how many other kids didn't even make it out of there, right? And so you finally do it, and this is what you do. I can't even, I will not acknowledge this after today, either one of these people. And I wish the best for her son, and this is what I fear, it'll be a situation where the next thing is, God forbid, it'll be something happening. I'm not the freaking news. That's not even what gaslit news is for. I'm not doing that. This is horrific. This, unfortunately, what I witnessed cook up for 2 years has literally mounted in a pile of, for this baby, for him to have to go. This is on him. She is freaking on an app-based show wearing a rainbow matching outfit with another girl to fight, and a random. First of all, that's bad without the baby being there. But now we're showcasing the baby on a show where we fight to get paid, and our baby is not even progressed enough to crawl. Why are you not filming him being in some sort of a therapy? You know that there's channels on here that you can do that. I know that they don't, the children's channels run a bit different. You can't run ads to a children's channel, but there is ways that you can monetize off of it. You're Chrisean Rock. I thought that you would literally, you know what? You latched on to all the wrong people. And it's sad. It's sad because you claim Jesus Christ, the one person, the only one that you didn't need. And it's just like that again. You can't mold this situation with him, this relationship with him, to make it look like what you wanted to look like and feel like what you wanted to feel like, because then it winds up like this. So you think. So that's not prayer. That's not prayer that was over that baby. This is not what prayer does. Prayer does this. I was told that my husband and our son, was not going, and if you realize, Chrisean, when I first started this journey talking about you and Blueface, I was not married. That's called progress. I'm not going to continue to, you understand, take the mote. I'm going to take it out of my eye before I can continue. What do I look like? Everything that I actually told you and Blueface and advised you all to do, I'd already gone through, like, long enough ago, right? So I'm like, let me just go back in a time with these guys and see if I can, you know what I mean? And this is going to go a different way, and I can bring some good vibes out there, whatever the ingredients that I was working with was not good. And I wasn't even working with it. I ain't claiming it. I wasn't working with it. I was making videos, and they apparently weren't being watched by the 2 key players that could have saved this child's future. That's what happened. So in any event, I'm just, because you got the one thing where you have a child. Okay, this is prayer. We were told that our autistic son might not be able to talk. On what earth that the Lord created and runs, not the one that I live in and that he governs. And so now our son is talking. He's doing a lot of things. Like these occupational therapies, these things. These children need these things. The fact that if he has spasticity in his legs, this is way past. This is not autism. This is a lot worse. This looks worse. And this is not anything to be made fun of. There's a woman. Okay. All right. There's a woman on here. And I think she's going to call. And actually, she sounds like she's already made a call. There's a woman on here, and she's a light-skinned woman. She looks like she is related to Chrisean Rock. She looks like she is desperate. She's always in the little corner. You've probably seen her. It's not her. She looks like she's gosh, this is so much. She looks like oh no. Yeah, this does look like this is what this is for him. Oh gosh.
Chrisean Jr. is blind is because during labor, the doctor told Chrisean that she had chlamydia and that it would be best to get a C-section so that he doesn't pass through the canal, because if he passes through the canal, he might come out blind. But no, guess what, y'all? She didn't want to cut. She didn't want to cut her Jonathan's pussy tattoo. You know that tattoo?
Okay. I did hear that someone in her family said that
Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, y'all.
That is so embarrassing. And then the girl gets up because she's like, the girl's disgusted. There was another part of this day where the girl was also in the shop with Chrisean, and she moved. She pokes him flat in the eye in this. It's just so. Someone says that she keeps doing that to straighten his eyes out. There's a woman on here who talks about this very, very seriously. And it's so funny because it's not funny, but I saw something where it made me feel like I said, this woman is going to call. I said to myself, this woman is going to call. She's too invested. She's going to call on Chrisean. And then literally, I see a video earlier where she said, even if she has to make some calls, so be it. And she looks like she's related to Chrisean.
Chrisean was on live, and Junior was literally laying on the floor. Cold floor, no carpeting. And y'all know he cannot walk, he cannot crawl. And Chrisean and her sister just sitting there laughing, doing their own thing, until one of the family members, a whole grown-ass man, walked up to Junior, and you can see, like, his hand. He's, like, looking back at Chrisean, like, you don't see this? And Chrisean quickly turns the camera. She's like, damn, live be snitching. Like, girl, like, the fact that you're just going to sit there and watch your child friend on the floor, and I don't know who.
I mean, the baby's on the floor. What are you going to, it's so many. It's just, you guys really just, if you're going to say anything, it really should be the rallying that he does get the help that he needs. This is really sad. So they're all over this with this. So this is just 3 hours ago. So what
way into ruining this little boy's chance at a normal life. And now she's profiting off his illness. Mind you, she was already exposed for leaving him with her dysfunctional family members who don't give two Fs about him, and allegedly infecting him with chlamydia. I would have said someone call CPS, but folks already did that, and they don't seem to care either. This entire mess went down a few days ago when she appeared in Blackboy Max's live stream. From the very minute she got there, she started trending all over social media. People were dragging her for bringing Junior along to the stream, even though he obviously looked like he wasn't supposed to be there. The boy was visibly overwhelmed, and Chrisean wasn't even making the situation better. She held him like a piece of toy while his head flapped all over the place.
What the?
So another thing is she's been hanging out with Ray J, which is not a good sign. Ray J is the last person that Whitney Houston was with around, her time, and everybody pretty much knows in Hollywood that Ray J is the guy to get the dope from. And so I know for a fact that there's no such thing as coincidences, right? The English language itself is very, very, very wicked. There's for the fact that there is in some cases, there's more than 10 different words, 10 different ways that you can say something to mean one thing. That's wicked in itself, right? I do not believe in coincidences at all. And this man, he was with Whitney. She died. There was a note that was given to his sister. It involved him. Everybody in Hollywood knows at that time, and I don't know at what time it would ever change though, right? He was the dope man. you get really good dope from Ray J. And then Whitney was found overdosed. And so now here goes Ray J with Chrisean and then they're saying that there's records that were leaked that she had dope in her system when having the baby, right? And the baby is suffering from long-term effects from withdrawals of cocaine, allegedly, right? Well, this is what those things say. So, and now she's with a dope man, living with him 24 hours a day. I think she's been there for the past almost 2 weeks. Because, you know, like last week, Ray J was complaining about him having to clean up after his house guests. Hint, hint, Chrisean. Hint, hint, Chrisean. And also, Ray J is attached to WAC 100. He always has been. Who is Blueface's manager. So is it like they're keeping her close, keep the people, enemies close and closer kind of thing? Or is that what she thinks she's doing kind of thing?
You smell good. So why do you pretend that you stink? I don't pretend that you gotta stop.
Where's the baby now? Oh, sleeping again. Sleeping.
He don't stink. Y'all know, he don't
sleeps
stink,
a
bro.
lot.
He really be faking. Talk to the chat. Order your food.
I don't be up on that. I don't know what.
I got you.
Look at Ray J. This is bad. I just think this is gonna end up bad. I mean, I know it is.
No.
Because he has you guys thinking that, and he has her thinking that he's using her for streams. And, you know, I have her around for streaming. But that's not what this is. Ray J is like someone said in the comments earlier on one of these videos. They were basically saying that Ray J is going along with the narrative while he's picking up on all the tea and everything that's going on in her life. And then he's going to let it all out when he's done with her. Yeah, sure, that. I believe that. Sure, if he doesn't kill her, well, or if he doesn't give her enough to do her own self in, right? Because it says, high as a kite. They're laughing, but they all know what's up. She's trying to master pain with all this childish falling over giggly stuff. What pain? Ray J's pretty nasty too. He's pretty nasty. I just. Oh gosh, Ray J is like 45, right? Why is with all these people? Like literally with these people, like mother, like son. What do you mean? Like Ray J? Ray is their supplier. Yes, I said that. Ray gives out the drug. Ray's Raycon, and Ray J is the wrong company to have. Bad news. Yes. Yes, Ray has a dark side. You all know that. She's very stressed around Ray J because you should be. Do you remember Ray J said, oh my gosh, remember this? Ray J, he does that thing. He's at the guy's show. Ray J interview. We brought demons. Cam Newton. Yeah, we brought demons. He says that there was.
I'm not a brother no more, bro.
Because of what?
Just because I'm not, bro.
Explain.
I'm not a brother.
Do you have any siblings?
I mean, I love my sister, but I don't think I'm her brother no more.
That's not what he meant. He said, I'm not a brother no more. So he said, so it was Ray J, Cam Newton, we brought darkness. We brought darkness. So she's
Just Ray, y'all ain't invited to our shower stream. Just fucking, you know, just on my side.
Shower stream?
Yeah, I'm doing a shower. Well, Kai got mad because I told Kai I want to take a shower with you and stream with you and ISO speed in the shower.
What?
Yeah, bro. I'm like, bro. I'm like, I want to take a shower with y'all niggas too. They're like, no.
Hold on. What's your sexuality?
Just ask me about Amber.
I'm asking.
I have shout out to the gay agency. I shouted out to the gay agency. Actually, the gay agency's here. Dumpin' D, The Rock. They're the CEO.
Do you play both ways?
Come on, bro. I ain't never played both ways.
Okay. I think that's important to mention because
Not really.
when you say
He's a
you
liar.
because it's just
I wanted
like,
to hear the part where
You like it,
it thunderstorms in there in real life.
I love Sugar. But the gay agency. Shout out to gay. They know.
And yeah.
yeah, but that doesn't mean it's right though.
Mm-hmm.
He's on so much cocaine all the time.
When I say no, I'm not gay. And when I say I have trans friends, but no, I'm not trans. I want to make it clear that there's nothing wrong with being that.
It is nothing wrong.
That's what she told me last
Did
night.
you guys clickbait me into this?
Demons are out tonight, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
So what?
There's nothing angelic about us. We have brought the.
They were just talking,
right now.
and then all of a
Bro,
sudden,
you see that?
Yes.
yes, and I heard it
Puffy
too,
are
and
lovers. You heard that?
I heard it.
Bro, you see that?
Yes.
Hold for sound. That's what she told me last night. Right when I said Suge said and Puffy, this shit, the storm came down. I'm telling you, bro, the demons are out, bro. This shit dark, bro. Like the demons are out tonight, bro. I'm telling you right now.
So what?
There's nothing angelic about us. We have brought.
And he's happy about it. He's excited about this. He's rocking in his chair. Now he has his troops behind him. Yes, nothing angelic about us. Look.
The fucking darkness to this place. We brought it. We brought the darkness, bro.
Look, he said we did. And see, when I first saw Cam Newton, I didn't like him either. All these people with these, you have these kind of these rings. You have these rings with these blood diamonds in them that you want to call them rubies.
We brought the fucking darkness, bro. We only got a little bit of time left.
What a wizard. Cam Newton already has an hourglass sand time. What a wizard.
I gotta tell the truth.
Yeah.
Annie M, Toto, Annie M, Annie M, Toto, Annie M, Toto. Go get in the shed. It's stormy. Y'all saw The Wizard of Oz? Love that movie. So
Ray J is ridden with demons. He's no longer fighting them at all. And this is who she's living with right now. Living with Ray J. So this is not this is just for a time. Now, yeah, this is what they said. He's feeding into the narrative. Let me see if mine cuts off. He's gonna leak all the tea. Just wait. Ray J is an actor and a con artist. Yeah, Raycon. He damn right. Ray too smart and grown. He has a plan. Yes, he does. Ray J makes money off of everything, and he's affiliated with this guy who is Blueface's manager. This is very, 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 very worrisome. Now, this is alleged as well. This is horrific. They were saying, and I didn't even know how to put this in because it had already come up. And then I wanted to, let me see if I have that, because I might have that. Gosh, because I don't want to, I definitely don't want to look for it here, because it's really kind of messed up how I have to look for it. It's really, really messed up what they're saying that she's doing. Oh, who's this? Yeah, Ray's definitely not to be trusted. Hey, thanks for joining me, Lady Leo. Let me see. I have this thing with her. Oh my gosh. So okay, this is the lady. Oh my gosh, I have it. Okay, cool. All right, so I have it. I labeled it the end. So this is the lady that is. You're gonna see this. This lady's very, very serious about.
Guess maybe she didn't have an inhaler, or she said the
Yeah.
inhaler was broken or something. But you guys,
1
if
second. I'm gonna turn it
this
up.
is the way that she deals with her needing an inhaler, just imagine how she is trying to deal with Chrisean Jr. and his very complex medical issues and needs. It's really scary. Where, look, all I can do is spread awareness and make appropriate phone calls if I think phone calls need to be made. And just hope that the right people see my videos. That's all that I can do.
She said.
Because if somebody doesn't do something that has the power to do something that actually
She's gonna
helps
do
these
something.
people, this is not going to end well for Junior.
Hello, can I get an ambulance? I'm having problems breathing.
So Chrisean calls the paramedics to where she's live streaming with these people.
So that is hugely problematic. You're using resources. The woman is right. She could just go to her nearest. I don't want to cut you off with your eyes closed.
So Chrisean calls the
I just can't say
paramedics
no
to
to.
where she's live streaming with these people last night because
But so instead of her going to an urgent care, she decides to use like the resources to call an EMS services to get a breathing treatment. I find so many things wrong with that. But also, you are such a delicate flower that you can't go to like an urgent care or whatever the case may be. It's very much laziness, or even call your doctor and have him just call in a refill to CVS, or even go down to the ER. So not only that, but you would then, so your lungs are so precious, but you're gonna bring your baby. You're gonna bring your baby onto a bootleg show to fight a bootleg person in a bootleg outfit. Meanwhile, yeah. Oh, I don't. Yeah, hopefully you're talking about her and not me, because this person right here speaks for herself. It shows who she is. But I'm not. I'm not judging. What I'm doing is I'm saying I'm not speaking. I'm not talking about her or Blueface anymore. There will be no more updates on the situation because they're not who I thought they were, and the situation is it's not going where I thought it would. Um, this person, I do believe that she lied. I mean, I'm looking at a child who looks like this man that's passed away. This is not a person that cares about her child. Why is he on this stage? So this actually wrap us right back around to the close of why I'm no longer talking about her. You have a child, you're supposed to put your children first. This is horrific. I can't deal with this. So we'll just watch this little clip thing I have, and that'll be it for me.
an inside look at Chrisean.
So I think Ray J is paying her to make herself look like a fool because Zeus was paying her, but now they're not even interested in paying her anymore. That baby too, that baby too, but he act like he is 5 months. Yeah, he's not a baby. He's not a baby. He's not a baby. He's not a baby. Oh, I think I just was so mortified, and I was trying to see exactly as I was coming playing that loop like earlier. I think Blueface was right. Actually, my husband was right. He told me one time, about 2 years ago. Yeah, before the baby, all that bad energy around. Yeah. God, this heart breaks me. I don't like that. I don't like the way that even looks. He told me, okay. He told me it's possible that Blueface was. He said, "Did you ever think that maybe Blueface is protecting Chrisean? That he's trying to protect her? Because he knows the industry. It's just that, he's Blueface. He's a rapper. He's a rapper from California. So it's going to look different, And now that I see what Ray J is doing to her, I saw what Bino did to her. Bino, a person we don't even know, like she gave him a platform. If you ask me, freaking the daggone guru guy from Mortal Kombat. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I'm going to edit this later and I'll put that in there.
I'm gonna take the baby here. I'm gonna take the baby here. It's gonna go bad, and we're gonna adopt the child. I'm not gonna watch the child, so you're gonna be stuck to watch the child.
Did you see? He's so stupid that you got to watch your child. Everything he did, he would just smile, and I have a dimple, and y'all gonna do it. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I'm not sick today. Talk your shit if y'all want to, bitch.
You think she's an energy vampire? So this is it. Okay. Okay. That. It's the way she looked up at the camera. Now this is me, okay? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It's my opinion, it's what I perceive, right? And I don't have much to say. I feel things. I didn't like this. This happened. This whole situation I saw, this happened before the stage thing. It happened before that. There's rumors right now on the TikTok thing. And like I said, I can't actually, they may be a part of this montage of clips. There's rumors saying that she's actually, she tried to have heads. I don't even want to say it, bro. You guys can just, if it's on here, then hopefully, but it's not good. And it's alleging that she's tried to have something done to where as though she wouldn't have to worry about her son anymore. That is what's being alleged on TikTok. So when first of all, I saw this before I saw that. I saw that alleged thing last night, which is why I actually did the video yesterday. But then I said, no. I'm not gonna single out her as if it's just her. No, I'm not talking about her or Blueface anymore. I saw this and I didn't like this look in her eyes. And I have literally I have, oh, thank you, Jesus Christ. I've been able to save like my own life. God has helped me save my own life with the gift that he's given me, with what I feel, just with what I feel. And when I look in a person's eyes, if I cannot help what I feel. And I have not ever been wrong. I've not ever been wrong. And I don't like it. I've never seen this look in her eyes. Never seen this look in her eyes, and I don't like it. And she's looking. What you say? Look up, push. She's looking. She's looking this way with her son. I just feel such a disconnect. I feel so dark. It's it gripped me. And I said, I don't like this. And then I saw the thing with her bringing Ray J and the boy is stiff. And then you got this other look, right? So immediately look at her. She's looking at everybody. She's looking at all of you and how all of you are judging her for having her baby around. Like it's these things are clicking in here. These things are clicking in here. And it's she's not taking it in a sane way where it's like it's time to go home. It's time to go home, right? It's time to just go home and be a mom, right? She's forcing herself and her baby in a situation to normalize bringing your child into not normalistic situations. This is wrong. This is wrong. And so what also I see happening is a lot of pressure that this young person probably cannot take. You know what I'm saying? All this pressure, but again, I know that she put herself out there for it, but we can see who's actually really suffering. It's so I would suggest that, again, I said the last video, Tareen should have the baby. People didn't like that, but she's got to make a decision. He can't be on the road, and he's not even a normal child. Even a normal child deserves a normal family life with love and normalcy. That's normal child stuff. But this child actually needs help and supports. Oh wait, I just realized that they were cursing and everything around this kid. Well, first of all, he's not supposed to be there. So it's almost as if everyone in the room knows that he's not a normal child, right? He's not. All right, so this is something else that we're going to do. Okay, check this out.
That nigga got a weak ass explosion, bro. That nigga explosion weak as fuck. Look.
Am I the only one that find it weird?
So really quickly then, so they're cursing around him, playing video games, all the same. But you know how normally when a child is around, people are like, oh yeah, watch him out, you know what I mean? But they're just freely doing it. It's as if everyone knows that he's not conceptualizing things like a normal child would. It's like everybody knows it. It's kind of like the disclaimer that I have to give sometimes with my son when we're out and he's just like all over the place and he wants to snatching off like tags and things. I'm like, oh my gosh, please, I'm so sorry. He's autistic. So it's almost like she has to give a disclaimer because people are going to be like, normal clothes on, but not a normal child. Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay. Children learn differently, but this child actually needs help of some sort.
Now that Chrisean's ex-boyfriend named Ronnie / so-called baby father, well, he thinks the baby belongs to him. Isn't it weird now that he's no longer alive? Chrisean brought it to her social media to post the DNA results when he can't speak for himself. All this time, she had all this time to give him what he wanted. Now she goes to the internet and posts the results. And me, honestly, I feel like the results is fake. Because you can fake any documentation. She falsified DNA paperwork to make it seem like the baby belonged to Blueface. It's just all strange to me. She was pushing around with Ronnie, but still messing with Blueface. I just feel like if the baby didn't belong to Blueface, she was not going to force the baby on Blueface because Blueface is who he is. He's Blueface. I honestly feel like he should have gave him some type of closure. It wouldn't matter now because he's no longer here, but he deserved to know if that baby did belong to him or not. I just feel like Chrisean want to prove her spot in Blueface life so bad. She's trying to hold a position so bad. She's willing to do whatever it takes to hold the position. I don't know that, but RIP to her. Am I the only one that find it weird now that Chrisean's ex-boyfriend named Ronnie?
Yeah, all of the little children. So
Stop calling Chrisean Jr. a baby. I honestly feel like calling him a baby diminishes like the seriousness of what is happening with him and how his mother is neglecting him. She's neglecting his medical needs. He is a toddler. He's not a baby. He is a toddler, okay? I have a 2.5-year-old. Chrisean Jr. should be so much further along developmentally wise at this point, and he is not. He clearly needs some intervention with his pediatric team, and I feel like his mother is not taking it seriously because a lot of you, or the people that, even the people that she surrounds herself with, I'm not saying like the internet and the people that she surrounds herself with, like Ray J, who is a father of like 2 kids, should know better.
Ray J, a whole father,
they just don't care. They literally just act like this is normal. They're not, calling her out on it. They're still giving her a platform. And then you have people on the internet that I have personally seen in comment sections being Chrisean Rock apologists, sitting here and making excuses for her because of her trauma or the way that she grew up or the fact that her mom was a crackhead. I don't care about none of that.
Right.
I really don't. That doesn't give her the right to be a piss poor mother. Since when does trauma become an excuse for poor behavior? They don't allow that as an excuse in a court of law. It might be a mitigating circumstance where maybe it'll lessen your sentence a little bit, but you're still going to be charged with a crime, right? So why are we sitting here and giving this girl any leeway anymore? The video that I saw of the way that he was laying on that chair is just so concerning to me. He should be climbing all over that wherever that studio or wherever they're at. Like my daughter, I can't even take her out to eat because that girl's gonna be climbing on the table possibly. I have to literally like fight with her.
Right.
Okay, she's
Right.
speaking full sentences.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm tired of hearing y'all say, well, everybody's different developmentally. He should be walking. No, stop saying that. He is a toddler.
No, it is true, and he should be walking. I worked for doctors for 20 years. I worked in all facets. I worked in pediatrics, gynecology, obstetrics, ortho. I've really worked underneath at least every last doctor except for those foot people, the podiatrists. I only lasted 1 week in podiatry. So in any event, yes, a normal growing child should be walking at 2. People do learn differently. So yeah, this child does have a developmental issue. There is some sort of developmental issue that is very, very clear. You're right. And
he's a toddler. He could be in preschool by
yes, he's taller, he's not a baby.
Potty training him.
That's true.
Some people potty train their children at 2 years old.
Praise Jesus. Again, my son is finally continent. Again, I told you my son is autistic. And so here again, this is another plight that the doctors told us that he may never see. He may never be able to do that. You all could very well be doing this forever because, it comes to the point where it's like 4 and 5 and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And guess what? Praying to the real Jesus Christ, not to who I want to make Jesus Christ look like in order for the relationship to suit me, because this is what it looks like when you do that. You actually have to follow God's laws and repent. It's a framework, and you aren't the framework. It's not just you, right? It's
nowhere near where he needs to be. Stop making.
And I said to say, I actually pray, and that's why I saw progress with my son. And this is when we found out at 2, because at 2 years old, he should have been doing things. And we know that because we have older children, adult children, which is another thing, waiting a certain time to have your child can cause autism.
This is a serious situation. Stop giving this girl any sort of leeway. I'm tired of it. It's just disgusting to me. Stop calling Chrisean Jr. a baby. I honestly feel like calling him a baby diminishes like the seriousness of.
I think it repeated. So here is probably where they took a a picture to show like, hey, he can stand up, you know, but then we see that the legs are really stiff even when he's laying down. So they're just stiff. And actually, I was one of the first people to call her out about it because I was following the thing, and then people were coming for me because they're like, I guess they were drawn to the channel thinking that I'm just one of these people like everything she does is perfect, and I'm like, no, that baby needs a hat on, that baby needs socks on, And you know, in the very beginning, the people like, and they were like, oh no, give her a chance, and this and this and that, and I'm like, okay, let's be fair about this. But do you see how I said this thing, this instinctual thing that the Lord gave me does not fail me? It doesn't fail me. People do.
Spit it out, 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 spit it out. Why the fuck was you just... I know you're playing. I was trying to say it was plastic. I know you did not just do that.
So we're going to act like we're a baby. We're going to act like we're the baby that we're not taking care of. Okay.
Let me live.
Wait, and that guy over there, that guy was just claiming that Ray J R'd him like 2-3 weeks ago. The guy with the gray hat that's in the room with Ray J. Well, I guess he paid his mouth closed and open.
I don't know why people think Chrisean really not a fighter. She's really not. She's just strong. You know what I mean? Coming from the
So I literally just picked up this clip because I was going to use it with the thumbnail. And then you got this low-key shade coming from Taseki. And why is this a thing about them being fighters? Just so my husband's pretty smart, right? He says that she should just be a fighter. Just go and be a fighter. Chrisean should just be a fighter, right? Just go. And I think they should just do the WWE. I don't know what Zeus even is about. Why? I don't know how they're getting away with this whole facade of, you know, girls being baddies and all they're doing is beating the crap out of each other. But just turn it into a new WWE. That's what it is.
A lot of people that's scared of her.
That shit gotta be
WWE.
y'all both like,
yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Was you athletic too?
Yeah, I used to run track too.
Oh, okay.
And play football.
Yeah, so this is just in y'all DNA.
And I used to play tennis because sport.
I used to run track and play football. So this is where we're going with this now.
Compared to my siblings, like the sisters, like Chrisean is the one that should have. You understand what I'm saying? So we proud. We was proud to see her doing that. Baby. Yeah.
And this is why I kept this. We was proud to see her doing that. We was proud. We was proud to see her beating the hell out of people and getting some money. We was proud. Jeez Louise. So this is where it all starts, right? With the fam. And this is where we end. So I'm completely over it. And I have fully explained to my audience here why. And, you know, if, I don't know, I hope you liked the video. You know, if you did, like the video, share the video, and consider subscribing to the channel for the next Princess Lightfoot Late Night.